Welcome to Lenten Moments, and it's Palm Sunday. Here we are, we've arrived at Holy Week, what we've been waiting for, in a sense, all of Lent. This is like game time. Before it was sort of the preparation, and now we're entering into the crucial and most important moments in the history of the life of Jesus Christ. And of course, the gospel, we read the passion of Jesus, about his suffering, his passion, his flagellation, the crowning of thorns, the way of the cross, and the crucifixion. But the Mass begins actually with a reading of the gospel at the door of the church, and it's the reading of Jesus' victorious entry into Jerusalem. And that's what so many people come to Mass for today. They want to get their palms, right? But what's the meaning of the palms? It's kind of interesting. In ancient Greece, palms were given as a sign of victory to athletes who won contests. Even in ancient Rome, the palm was considered like a symbol of the god victory. And so Christians use those palms also to symbolize a victory, but not victory of athletic events, but victory of grace over sin, of resurrection over death, of Christ's victory over sin and death. And also they use that to hail a king. And I went to the Holy Land, and I've actually stood there on Mount Olives where Jesus came down. And the reason is that mountain was laden with palm trees. And so every so often someone would come claiming to be a Messiah, because they were prophesying the Messiah for hundreds of years. And they would do this victorious entry into Jerusalem, and the people would come, and sometimes they would come with palm branches and they would test the Messiah out. But this was the real deal. The actual Messiah made his entry, and the people picked those palm branches and they waved it and they said, "Hail, Hosanna in the highest, and peace to the people on earth." And the Pharisees rebuked Jesus, says, "Quiet your disciples." He says, if they were silent, even the stones would cry out. Jesus indicating that there was a moment of victory happening here, for the King was entering into Jerusalem, ready to face his final test for the salvation of the world. Hoy es Domingo de Ramos, y todo el mundo va a venir hoy y entrar a la iglesia y va a recibir una rama de palma. Esa es la costumbre que tenemos, y a veces uno puede preguntar, ¿por qué ramas de palma? Es buena pregunta. En las sociedades de Grecia y Roma, la palma era un símbolo de victoria. Cuando un atlético ganó un evento, ellos reciben una rama de palmas. Y ya continuamos eso porque esto es simbólico de la victoria de Cristo sobre la muerte y sobre Satanás y sobre el pecado. Y cuando usted ve las pinturas de mártires también, usted va a ver ellos marcando una rama de palma, simbolizando su victoria sobre la muerte, o la victoria del Espíritu sobre la carne. Y quiero que enfocamos en eso. Vamos a escuchar en el Evangelio de la Misa la historia de la pasión y crucifixión de Cristo. Pero al inicio de la misa escuchamos la historia de la entrada victoriosa de Jesús a Jerusalén. Y yo fui a la Tierra Santa, y hay una montaña, se llama la montaña de Olivos, donde hay muchos árboles, o eran muchos árboles de palmas. Y los judíos tuvieron la costumbre, cuando era un profeta muy grande, a veces él bajó esta montaña a entrar a Jerusalén. Y ellos lo recibieran con palmas, a ver si era el auténtico Mesías o quizás solo un profeta. Y esa era la costumbre. Cuando Jesús entró, era esta costumbre de formar como un desfile para poner las palmas en el aire para anunciar que ahora viene, en este caso, el verdadero Mesías. Y Jesús es el verdadero Salvador. Y nuestra victoria sobre la muerte, sobre el pecado, es celebrado en esta Semana Santa. Es por su crucifixión y su resurrección que nosotros tenemos esta victoria. Cuando usted ponga su rama de palma atrás la cruz en tu casa, debe pensar en el sacrificio y la cuesta de nuestra salvación. Y debemos poner en práctica también imitar de Cristo en su sacrificio por nuestra salvación. Que se le bendiga.